What toxic family tradition did you break that cost you everything? In my family, everyone joins the military. Not just serve, they make it their whole identity. My grandfather was a Marine for 30 years. My dad retired as an Army colonel. My uncle died in Desert Storm. And all three of my cousins enlisted right out of high school. When I told them I wanted to be a nurse, my dad didn't yell. Worse, he got real quiet, then said, "No son of mine is going to wipe old people's asses for a living." I'd always been the odd one out. While my cousins played war games in the backyard, I was the one bandaging their scrapes when they got hurt. When family dinners turned into debates about which branch was superior, I'd zone out thinking about the volunteer work I did at the local hospital. But in our family, not enlisting wasn't just disappointing, it was like spitting on our name. My mom tried to find middle ground. What about becoming a medic or work at the VA? But I wanted to help people without rank or uniforms involved. The real breaking point was my 18th birthday. Instead of cake, my dad put enlistment papers on the table. When I pushed them away, he slid over a duffel bag. "You've got until morning to sign these, or you can use this to pack your stuff." I was out by dawn. I crashed on a friend's couch, finished high school, and worked nights at a gas station to save for community college. Got my nursing degree after 5 tough years of working and studying. My first job was at County General, the understaffed hospital where rich people avoid going. The other nurses warned me I'd burn out fast. We were always short-staffed, underpaid, and dealing with the hardest cases. One patient, Dave, reminded me of my dad. Same crew cut, same stubbornness, same tattoos from his unit. He was a Vietnam vet with Agent Orange complications and PTSD so bad he'd fought 3 orderlies. When I learned he'd served in my dad's old unit, I nearly requested a transfer. That's exactly what my family would have expected. But this was precisely why I'd become a nurse instead of a soldier. Sometimes the bravest thing isn't running toward gunfire, it's sitting with someone while they face their demons. The turning point came during a bad night when Dave had flashbacks. Instead of calling security, I just sat with him until morning, listening to war stories I'd heard versions of my whole life, but never from this side. After that, the other vets on the floor started asking for me. Without telling anyone, I started a support group that met in the hospital cafeteria after my shifts. That's when everything blew up. The hospital newsletter ran a small piece about our group with a photo. Someone from my dad's old unit recognized me. The headline just said, "Local nurse starts veteran support program." But the military community is small. My uncle showed up at the hospital during my shift. "You refused to serve, but now you're playing hero to real soldiers?" he said. "Your father was right about you." The hospital administration called me in, worried about the confrontation. Veterans Affairs got involved. Some vets defended me, saying I was doing more for them than the system. Others called me a fraud for never serving. Dave stood up at a VA town hall. "This kid's the only one who treated me like a person, not a uniform," he said. "Where were the rest of you when I was sleeping in my car? I kept my job, but lost what was left of my family connections. My dad told relatives I was dead to him. They returned my Christmas cards. My cousin blocked me when I tried to congratulate him on his promotion. Last week, Dave died. At the memorial, a young guy in an Army uniform approached me. 'You're the nurse my grandpa talked about,' he said. 'I ship out next month, but I'm coming back to use my GI Bill for nursing school.' My mom sent a text yesterday, just a photo of my dad's medicine organizer with a note. 'He's too proud to call, but he asks about you whenever I come back from getting his prescriptions filled.'